Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Darren, and so far I'm still having fun with Draenor, but not everybody can say that. A lot of people have left Warlords of Draenor as an expansion, not World of Warcraft, but mainly the expansion of Draenor. And I don't blame them, I can't really blame them. The numbers kind of show for themselves, and my own personal thoughts and opinions don't really impact the actual factual numbers. But there's a lot of things that could improve World of Warcraft, and while I haven't really had any ideas of what really could, I was watching Sodapoppin. While Sodapoppin might not be the greatest guide in terms of World of Warcraft overall, making guide videos and serious discussions, he is still an entertainer and has had experience with the game for the longest time, ever since like the vanilla days. So he has some experiences with the game, and softening through all the trolls and spams in his chat, I was able to pick out a few things that I could definitely agree on with him and the chat, and I decided to put a video today. So these are the three things that I think would improve, I guess, the quality of life for World of Warcraft altogether as a game, and definitely would improve the quality of life for the people playing the game. As somebody who's enjoying the game myself, these are the points I strongly agree with, and if I could see that happen to the game, the three things that I'm gonna name right now, I think I would enjoy it more, even though I already enjoy the game from a combat rogues perspective already. So let's get on to the video. First thing on the list is I would like to see a change to the BOA gear and how we level. So BOA or heirloom gear scales up with you with stats and gives you a leveling buff. One of the things that I noticed while watching Sodapoppin do some dungeons back to back to back, like a lot of people do, like with friends, get a tank friend, healer friend, DPS friend, and just queue back to back together. One of the things you do get out of it by queuing with your friends with heirloom gear, you don't actually use the pieces of gear in these dungeons. These dungeons that Blizzard have worked and they put the time, designed the gear, designed the stats on them, they're basically useless. And the only purpose they serve for anybody who has been a veteran at the game is they're not gear, they're just transmog. And some will never see a light of day on any character to be worn as a mog. Because you don't need to replace your BOA gear. All the stats scale with you, intellect, mass, strength, agility. Everything scales up. So you don't need to ever replace the gear. So you might maybe one day at level 100 come back, get the piece, transmog it, but really it serves zero purpose. So what I was thinking would be a way, give the gear back the importance, because I remember when I first leveled in WoW without BOAs, and getting just a little bit of extra stats, a little bit extra crit back as a feral druid, which is what I played at the time, getting a bit of extra stats just to do a little bit more damage and help out in my dungeons as I'm leveling. It was so much fun, and it was part of the fun things of playing World of Warcraft is getting the gear, getting the awesome looking gear, the cool looking gear, the upgrades, the stats, and it felt very much rewarding. And that is something you don't really get an experience of anymore. So I'm thinking, what if they changed up the whole BOA system and allow the veteran players who've been playing the game for a while to still retain some sort of an experience boost, maybe that equivalent to being fully BOA dressed, but then allow people to actually, receive gear as a reward and make the gear worth something, make the gear matter something. I think that would be really cool. Because then it would bring back the excitement of, oh crap, I got a cool new trinket. It gives me the right stats I need, or a new helm, or a cape, cloak, whatever. And then it's a bit of competition for DPS a lot more from there on, rather than, oh, everybody's here max geared in BOAs, and you could just have the tank pull everything. Barely even need a healer in certain situations. I mean, kind of takes away some of the fun from the game. So adding gear back to the game, adding importance to gear, brings back a little bit of that excitement and starts to teach people that getting gear is fun and it's awesome, and I guess it brings back the similar vibe from back in the day. Because I don't know anybody who was sad about receiving a new shiny piece of gear way back in the day when leveling your first tune, your next tune, or even your last tune. Next thing on the list is something I 100% agree on. As World of Warcraft players, we like to earn things so we can show it off to others, be it friends, enemies, just people on the servers, and we like to feel like special little snowflakes. That is part of playing World of Warcraft. That's part of the fun. I mean, why else would people get rarest mounts in a game besides getting the rarest mount in a game? So you could show it off. Why was the point of getting some of the rarest transmogs or let's say gear overall in the game? So you can show it off to others. So you have something that other people don't. And a lot of times in this game, at this point, everybody has everything, and nothing is special anymore. Even if you look at our gear for PvP and PvE, it looks exactly the same except a few recolors. but literally the gear looks just the same, whether you're doing normal raids, heroic raids, or mythic. If you do a mythic raid, there could be somebody who's doing PvP and got their 2K achievement. The gear is the same. There's nothing special and unique for people anymore. Even legendaries stopped being unique and special. Last time I remember a legendary being special and unique was in Cataclysm, where they had one for casters, they had one for just rogues, only rogues. And even back in the day, they had other legendaries, like just a bow, only a hunter could use. So there was a lot of these legendary things, this little special items, but now it turned to cloaks back in Pandaria, so everybody gets a cloak. Or rings in Draenor, so everybody gets a ring. So it's not special anymore, it's not as cool, because everybody has everything. Everybody has what other people want. If somebody has a rare mount in the game, just the rarest mount in the game, if it wasn't bought on a Blizzard store, and if it's not part of the trading card game, you can get that mount. Probably. You can just go out and get it right now. And even if it is a bought mount from Blizzard store or a trading card game, you can buy it. So, as long as money is not an issue, you can literally just buy the mount right there and right now. And gear, I haven't seen anything interesting in forever. I believe back in BC, maybe paladins or warriors could get the Bulwark of Azeroth, basically a door-like shield, big-ass shield with spikes sticking out of it. And apparently back in the day, people were like, whoa, you got that shield? That is so cool, that is so rare. And people would marvel and crowd around you and even take pictures of you standing out there in front of Orgrimmar with a massive weapon or shield or whatever the item was. And everybody would just know you as that guy that has this epic-ass, rare-ass item. And that thing is not that great. It's not that common anymore. It's just rarity. Because the game is more casual. It panders a bit more to casuals. And because people don't want to spend as much time as they used to anymore. I feel like they should really cut back on the whole casual thing by a lot. That's a whole nother topic. But, you know, that's just, I guess, a cause of the this lack of intensity for the nice little things that we have. The special little snowflakes that we want to be. And that is something I'm not going to go into. That is something I'm probably going to stick for another video. But yeah, I would like it if we had more unique items. I'd be fine if some rogue somewhere had an item that I could never get. Just because he was either lucky or skillful for the time being. I'd be so unique. That'd be so cool. And if I had an item nobody else could get. Or an item that was ridiculously rare and only like 10 people on the server could get it at one time. Anything like that. Anything just to give me something to have bragging rights for my friends. And that's part of World of Warcraft. That's part of the fun. And I don't think it's a bad thing whatsoever. I actually kind of support it if you haven't figured it out by now. So that is my spiel on that. The last one on the list, it's not a big one, I guess. It's not a lot for me to like elaborate on, but it's pretty simple and it makes sense to me. Make gold useful again and get people to farm it again. To this day and age, gold is so easy to make now. If you could just buy gold by buying WoW tokens and somebody buys it to pay for their membership, bam, you're making gold. Back in the day, people used to farm gold forever just to get epic mounts. Apparently in vanilla, having 60k gold was insane. Now it's not. Now it's not really insane. Last time I remember they had a mount that was bought with gold. Was the Pandarian Yak that you could have two people ride on two sides. It was pretty neat at the time. Maybe you couldn't have two people on sides. It's been a while since I played that expansion, since I've seen them out even. But they don't have that many things that are just gold based or gold related anymore, and gold is kind of sort of easy to come by these days in World of Warcraft. So I feel like simply just making gold more useful, giving it more things you can do with, more important things for the game. I think it'll overall, I don't know, bring back the kind of the good old-fashioned feel for WoW from back in the day. For anybody who played in Cataclysm, Wrath, BC, Vanilla, because gold used to matter and gold used to mean something. And I mean, I guess, you know, times are changing, and it's fine if it doesn't anymore. But just back in the day, it was gold meant something, and now it's just like an extra item. I can't even think of anything to buy, you know, for gold anymore except for WoW membership currently. Not for my character. It's not something crazy that I really want. I guess I could farm gold for like a new mount, but it's not special. It's not that special. It's gonna be somebody out there who will farm it from a TGT card or some other raid or some other instance, and then other people will have it because you can buy it. I don't know. This is one of these kind of things that confuse me about the game. Back in the day, I used to spend my gold on enchants, on gemming and everything. Now it's just, I don't really need to. Gold doesn't really have a purpose. So it's kind of weird, but these are the things I would like to see changed in the game. I think these are the things that will make World of Warcraft more fun. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next video.